Letting go. Letting things go is one of the easiest thing to say, yet the hardest thing to do. It's so hard to let things go, you know. It's like you have to let go of things, let go of everything, you know. You let go of expectations, you know, you let go of results, letting go of emotions, people, desires. Not to be confused with disregard, you know, but letting go is truly hard. It's not that you cannot want things, you know. You can still want things, desire things, look for things, or try to control or try to manipulate a certain outcome, right? But it is very important to let go of the result, I guess. The result or the angle. Let's just say that if things go a certain way that wasn't part of your plan, right, or part of how you wanted it to be, it is important to let it go, you know. Let things go that no longer serves you. That is hard. That is really hard. Sometimes you think it's easy, you know, but it comes to you daily. Like sometimes you realize that you have learned to let things go, and you have not care anymore, or you know, you doesn't matter to you anymore. But it still matters to you, you know, because you're trying to not make it matter to you. If you get what I mean, because you're trying to make it not matter to you, even though it mattered to you, you is still something, a part of you is still attaching to it. So you haven't let it go yet. Letting it go is like, I guess something like it doesn't matter anymore. It's like, oh, you're okay, however it ended or however it goes, right? Let's just say that you wanted to bake a cake, and then you kind of fail, and you're like, oh, okay, you baked the cake wrongly, or you did something wrong, it didn't go as planned. So you're just like, oh, okay, you just don't let it affect you as much. I guess that's what letting go truly means, when you can let go of things, you know. But trying to not care about things, or I would say trying to say that nothing matters to you, would is not letting, it's not a good thing way of letting go. That's more like disregard, or like you're trying to not care anymore. You lose that spark in life, but you still need to have that desire, or wanting certain. It's okay to want things, but gotta let go when it no longer serves you. And so many people around me, myself included, have problem doing that. You know, to let things go. I sometimes have recently have wondered. I thought I let certain things go, but I still want a certain way to go my way. You know, and if it doesn't go my way, or if I don't get an answer or something like that, I will be a little pissed. I still got a lot of growing up to do, you know. But yeah, but the hardest thing, the harder things I've realized so far to let things go is your emotions, you know, happy ones too. When you're so attached to your happy feelings, right? When you're in that good state, and then you want to keep it going, and when it's not going the way you thought it would go, and you just like, oh shit, it's going south or something like that. And it's okay, it's normal, but it's hard to let that go, right? Or when you're having a bad streak, and you're like, oh shit, why am I having a bad streak? And you're like, you're not letting it go to. That's why it's not going back to like, how to say, equilibrium. Life is like a constant up and down, right? Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, and then you can't really control where you're at. Sometimes the life will take you a certain way, and sometimes life kicks you down really low, and yeah, you just have to let it go, and you kind of return to baseline. Kind of have to get that baseline right though. Like, not gonna be a monk or anything, but you gotta get a good baseline where you can be like, okay, I'm at this zone. When you're at that certain zone, right, I think you can be like able to let things go easily, like good things, bad things. Good things, you're happy about it, but you're not like too crazy about it. Bad things is bad, but it doesn't affect you that much. You're still alive, you know. As long as you're alive, everything is open possibility. There's endless doors to open, not to cry over that one closed door. Am I right? Yeah. In most religions, letting go will be like a form of detachment, and detachment is quite It's a good thing to have, or a good thing to practice being detached. Not to be confused again with not caring or like spiritual ego, but it's more like you can be detached to things, attach and detach, you know? Having attachment is great. You can't have detachment without attachment. You gotta be attached to things first, and then you can be detached to them. And in that way, there's so much things in life you can explore, you know? I think that's quite fun. You can be like, oh, I'll try skiing one time, or like try skiing a couple times, and then you can be like, oh, okay, I cannot ski. The one thing I can really detach from is golf. I would love to play it all the time, but now my hand's injured, so I'm a little resting right now. In a way, I could be a little detached. I don't know, maybe. Ah. One of the sneaky ones to let go is actually judgment. You know, a lot of people have strong judgment. I am a very judgy person. I will like look at something and I'll have a very opinionated thing. I will keep it to myself most of the time, but I am a very opinionated, and it's hard to like keep that judgment in control. You know, you say like, oh, that person is nasty, or that person was not cool, mean, but that's also like a judgment of your own. You never know what's through going through in that other person's shoe. You know, but yeah, judgment is one of those sneaky ones that climb into you, and it is hard to let that go. I don't know. I feel like life right now, I'm in constant state of attachment and detachment to the point that I don't know where I'm heading yet. Honestly, I have a general sense of where I'm going, but I am doing well in the practice of the art of detachment. But yeah, to be able to let things go of things you want to say and holding things back or within you is easier said than done. Letting go is hard, but it is one of the things that is best practice. Yeah. Try to be a little more detached